Alright, we're going to sack it.
Norsca.
And hell... what was that? Slave worker, and I think that was a raiding person? Yeah, Kurgan slave merchant. Income from sacking settlements and also more post-battle loot. I approve. I'm getting a lot more stuff for you this time. Right, what have you guys been saying? The D&D thing is private offline. Mostly because the players didn't want it streamed or recorded. I would have been up for that, but they didn't want to. I was going to do a campaign diary, but now that the campaign is finished, it would seem a little bit weird to be doing a post-campaign diary, which I finished weeks previous, or even months previously. Plus, I simply won't remember what everything happened. So, yes, there was a goal for that on Patreon, but I've changed that since and got rid of that one. And yes, thank you, Realis, for the Patreon link. Only $7 away from the next goal, which is a mod showcase. Which was going to be the $300 thing, but now I'd move that one up to $200. I'll need to think of a new thing for the $300.
Where's my next quarry?
Alright, so you did not level up, which is disappointing. You did, however, just beat the Varg chief dude. You.
Whichever woeful deity protects you, it ends here.
It does. Okay, so we have confederated them, which once again has not given me another general. So I was a lot better at getting more generals last time. What about diary and character then for me now as a player? Could do. I mean, Ben Magnus is the one DMing the... I'm now in 2 games, so the one with the drunk dwarf, well not drunk, the brewer dwarf, is Ben Magnus is DMing that one. So there's a chance that could get recorded. I'll need to broach the subject with him. And then the other one is the private game, which maybe... It's an interesting idea. Basically, all of the characters are pre-generated by the DM, and part of the fun is working out who the hell you are. So you wake up with amnesia, you don't even know your name. It was quite funny. Because I was travelling around the US at the time, he did the first session with the other players first and then introduced me second. And I was the only player that actually gave a name to my character. Like, all the others were just known by whatever disability they had, so everyone's missing something. So one character, for example, has not got a hand, another one's got lost their tongue, so they can't speak. That's the bard, which is hilarious. The fighter lost his hand. I'm a wizard, and I've lost half of my brain. And that means that whenever I cast a spell, I have to roll on the wild magic chart for all kinds of crazy things to happen. It's actually quite enjoyable because you need to start thinking more seriously about the magic. And before I even knew that I was a wizard, I was just having to describe the spell I was trying to cast. It was like, I try and focus on a heavy flame and see if I can ignite whoever it is that I was trying to burn, to see if I was a wizard at all. And then it worked. I was like, okay, so I'm a spellcaster of some kind. It was a very interesting premise. Alright, so the Tower of Crack has apparently been burnt, which I could go and build. Wintertooth is apparently... Oh no, you're just hostile with me. I could go after the Nagalfalings for their stuff, and that would consolidate everything here on the right, except for Wintertooth, and I'm perfectly happy to just leave you fighting these guys. I thought Kislev was destroyed. Oh, did I encounter Kislev? Oh, I encountered Kislev. Okay. I thought it said faction eliminated. You should demand money from them unless they've patched that. True. Alright, Wolfric. You can in fact move on. And I would like you to. Can you force march? You can. You can force march back into territory over here, which means next turn you can start recruiting again, which is excellent. Meanwhile, in this settlement, we can upgrade you to level 3. And we can probably even do something over here. Apparently not. What about over here? Oh, bloody hell, that's expensive. 1,400. That's all the money I made. Am I still at war with someone? No, I took them out. So I could go up to the Nagalfalings once I've replenished my forces. You know what? That building, don't bother. Demolish it. Mohmandao, thank you very much for the follow. Whams! Muaha! Oh, sorry, Muala. I got really excited when I thought that said Muahaha, but it didn't. Oh. Okay, we have longer hulls. Sailing into the unknown is always easier with more space for supplies. And loot. Saal encampment. Good! Distract your people with brutish games. Crowds flock to the fighting pits and arenas and revel in the violence and forget their woes. For a time. +4 public order. Excellent. Alright. Big boss man. 3,000 to spend. And there is a scroll bar. I'm aware of the fact that there is now a scroll bar. So we could disband some units in order to build some others. What would I want? Well, upgrading the Warhounds to Norscan Ice Wolves I think would be a good choice. Very fast. Their movement speed is 95. Theirs is also 95. Weak against armor. Armor 15. Armor 15. Leadership 45. Leadership 38. Oh, I can actually compare them here. They're more expensive. They're more upkeep. Melee attack 32 to 26. 19 to 17. 42 weapon strength to the 22. And then charge bonus of 42. Okay, Ice Wolves are a lot better. So I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and disband these guys and then replace them with Ice Wolves. Alright, the other thing I could do is get some more work in. I could also get trolls. Better front line would be nice as Marauders get shanked in every battle. Yeah, they kind of do. I'm not really sure what I would replace them with though. I mean, Berserkers aren't going to hold up any better because they have no shields. They have more leadership though. Are they tougher? 6,400, 5,800. Marauder Spearmen have much better defense. So I could replace the Marauders with Marauder Spearmen, I guess. The main difference is these guys are shielded, so the Marauders can actually deal with archers better. I could get rid of 2 of the Marauders and replace them with spears. You know what? I kind of like the sound of that. I could get Marauder Horsemen, but I don't think I really want to. The only other thing I could replace them with is the Norscan Trolls. But they don't have very good leadership and they'll break. No, I'm gonna get Spearmen this turn. Next turn I'll get the 3. Do that. Did I say anything about the in-character diary? Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. It's an interesting idea. In fact, I will make a note of that. Because it would be kind of a cool Patreon reward. Though I really don't know how I'd do it. Like, I don't want it to take too long for editing because I suck at graphics and stuff like that. And any kind of diary like that, I'd feel kind of weird if it's just a post to camera, especially as my camera is terrible. It's one of the things I need to upgrade. Interesting idea though, I like that. Okay, so more research. We can go for the Champions of War, which means more post-battle loot. We can also get more sacking income. Some more public order. Or we could start going for the Monster Hunter, which allows me to go for the monster hunting people. And also more experience for Warhounds and Ice Wolves. More armor for the infantry. More melee attack and defense for the infantry. Weapon strength increase for all Skin Wolf, Ice Wolves, Warhounds. More melee attack. Oh, bloody hell. Those things are going to be hardcore. I think I'm going to go for the post-battle loot right now, especially as that's also recruit experience from Marauder units. That sounds pretty decent. We're going to wait this turn. We're going to build up. Next turn we're going to get the Ice Wolves. And turn after that, we attack. Cool. So now we go and grab 2 more Ice Wolves. And honestly, everything else I'm pretty happy with. And we're just regenerating health. Cool. Yeah, the idea is good. I'm just not entirely sure how we'd do it. That's something I can work on. Okay. That would only cost 900 to rebuild. And I already own the other 2 settlements here, so that would actually just complete the province. I kind of like that idea.
The eternal challenger.
Right, let's have you on force march detail. And send you... Actually, we could go here, rebuild that, and then move around here and do that. Would going by sea be quicker? I think ultimately probably not. I'll just do this. I know, crazy, I'm building stuff. Sorry, what's the idea? Doing a campaign diary for the characters that I'm actually playing as opposed to as a DM. Norsca! I like that touch. Yes, the Norscan screaming about being Norscan. Marvellous. I think the mistake I made in the last game was having too many generals. Those things are expensive. Hellspire tribe has been obliterated. Nothing left apart from the echoing laughter of thirsting gods. Alright, let's put you to normal movement. We'll get you to the Tower of Crack. Oh, you apparently take attrition. Interesting.
Done and done.
Colonise it. We've now got the Norscan Warhounds. And Grayling Werekin. Melee attack for all Skin Wolf, Norscan Ice Wolves and Norscan Warhound units. And more speed for them as well. Awesome.
To the 4 corners.
And then you are just going to stay put and get more troops. That sounds entirely reasonable. And now we can get the Norscan Warhorse. Hell yes. Which we need to give you. And you are in fact using it. Marvellous. Right, now I need to wait for these units to replenish. And then I can attack again. Oh, I really want to go raiding. Oh dear. I think Wintertooth just declared war on me. Yes, they did. No, this was the Nagaflings. Are you mad? You got an army way over there, and you've attacked me when I have very few troops. Interesting. And you have a frost worm? What? Alright. Oh, you only sacked me, you didn't take it. Interesting choice. We are going to have to wait a turn or two to recruit, although I could start marching with just recruit less. Alright, what's the quickest way of getting there? Yeah, we'd have to go all the way around, which we could totally do, and I kind of like the idea of being on the way. Oh, we do not recruit very much though. I think we need to go and occupy the Saal encampment because that is frankly the only way that they can go. Oh, hold on. Did I repair the wrong thing? I did. Trying to repair the main base. Damage, thank you. Frostworms are made out of paper mache. Oh look, Wolfric's got a horse now. Huzzah! Huzzah for the horses! Horsa! I'll stop now. Are you going to the north? Trollheim Mountains is about to go. Your warriors can be even more effective when mounted. On the back of a beast they will charge the enemy with greater ferocity and cut deeper into their lines. But should they break in wild horses or gain the obedience of a wolf pack? Recruitment cost of all wolves increased, but the melee attack of wolves increases. Or we just have them on horses. Considering I have no cavalry. Increase those guys, please. Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do about it. Unfortunately, our army moves really slowly here. Looking forward to being able to get back onto proper roads. Diego, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. So you're going to the Varg camp. Are you going to try and conquer it? Oh, who's this? This is a different guy. Oh, these are the Chaos Rebels. Oh, you're going to burn it, aren't you? Damn it! And Wintertooth had just joined in, and now the orcs are here too. Awesome! Everything's going wrong.
My challenge, undeniable.
It's very annoying about that. Damn it. You're over there, fine. Kislev can deal with the orcs. Well, I think I'm just going to go and take out Aesling's Conclave. Oh, here comes Throg. Going after Kazid Bordkrag. Great pronunciation there, I am sure. You're on your way to Varg. Well, I'm going to go and sack your settlement, so there. The question is, do I want to spend men and money rebuilding? With it being that expensive? No. Especially as I need the manpower. Alright, so until we get to the very edge here, we should... Oh no, this isn't actually my territory, so we are stuck with this army. So be it. Next turn, we pillage. Ah, things are going so well, and then a bit of an upset. Actually, that kind of happened last time. I am at war with Oh, I forgot I was at war with fucking Wintertooth. Throg!
Choose your words carefully.
Oh, not you as well.
I shall choose my blade.
Yep. Everyone wants a piece of Norsca. Looks like you're both going to be fighting over the Var camp. Yeah, I'm not going to fight that. Are you raising it? Or are you looting it? Or are you taking it? You're stealing it. Interesting. Champions of War. Every new war brings marauders. Bloody, gore-drenched glory in battle, whether in victory or in death. So, I think I'm going to take war tools so I can actually improve my army. If this goes south, play as the troll. Yeah, I might well need to. Oh, it's annoying the troll went down that way. Although I could be at the Tower of Crack in 2 turns. We're going anti-Throg. I have a full stack. We could loot that, but I want to take you out and then I can confederate you. Except you can't confederate Throg, can you? Maybe that was a mistake, because I could have gone to the Aisling Conclave and then straight onto the Winterpire. And yeah, you're going to do some really annoying damage in the back area.
Challenge undeniable.
Back and forth, back and forth. We're going for Aisling's Conclave. We're going to try and hurt them. Yeah, problem is that I resettled the province, the enemy. The AI saw I was suddenly a weak military and attacked. I'd agree with that. That's a pretty good synopsis. I'm currently losing money, but I will gain a bunch once I have gotten rid of Aisling's Conclave. Then after that, straight onto the Winterpire, and we'll just see if we can just take them out, just completely. Wow, your army is actually pretty strong. I could do some damage, but honestly, I can't be bothered to fight these small battles. You burnt it? Really? Oh, I could actually have won that one. There's half of my nation just dead already. Ah, skipped through that last one a bit too quickly. Right. Revenge. Revengy time.
They can't hide. Into corpses.
I'm just gonna take this one. Decisive victory, of course it is. There is definitely blood for the Blood God at the moment. Good grief. Oh, 3,500 from sacking. Hello. Banner of the Black Iron Reavers. Mortkin's personal war-herd were the Ravagers without peer. The glory of their many savage achievements is soaked to an ancient, tattered canvas. It makes them immune to psychology and gives you more armour and melee defence. And yet another slave worker. Income from sacking settlements +6 from the Collector. Interesting, interesting.
World walker. Seeking, destroying. The correct path.
This time we'll just take it. And then next step. Winterpire. And your army's up here. You're still a fair way away from this area, but that would be bad to lose. Really, Star, thank you very much for the follow.
I like taking Empire men's skulls as trophies for my armor. Nice and thick.
Really, Nordland? It's not a huge threat. You have problems of your own. Wow, Kislev really is just burning. Someone's had a bit of a field day.
Seeking jewels.
Oh, come on!
You bring them to
You want me to join your war? Oh no, you're offering to join the war against Bretonnia. Yeah. Bretonnia is not a problem. I'm not paying you 100 for that. Red Horns are dead, and I have war tools. Right, next up will be the Blade Worker's Hammer, which increases the weapon strength of Marauder units, which I kind of need. I'm at that point where I need a second army. I'm at that point where I don't have the money for a second army. Things are going so well. Alright, Winterpire. Throg's not home. And that's his capital. Oh, hello there, Throg capital.
I'll see it.
It would be a shame if something were to happen to it now, wouldn't it, Throg? And this has given me the opportunity to replenish my army too. Right, you're going to attack that. You burning it? Actually, I hope you burn it, because then you will be without settlement. Damn it. That's fine. The garrison here will be tiny compared to its capitals. I've not lost anything else this turn. That's a start. Right, let's take the Winter's Pyre. What is your garrison? Oh, Winter's Pyre is a minor settlement compared to Aisling? That's interesting. Alright, garrison is one of the biggest. Trolls, hunters, marauders, spearmen, great weapons and champions. He's no problem. You're saying that's not even a challenge, so I will take your word for it. Decisive victory. We get a load of money. Only lost 90, they lost 600. Excellent. Got another level. Sack it for the 4,500. We've got the Mammoth Tamer. Recruitment cost reduction for mammoths. Yeah, experience for mammoths and enemy leadership -1. And then we're going to steal it. Right, you have leveled up. You can get the Aura of Chaos, which gives you a missile resistance. Not sure that's usually necessary. I think I'm going to take Deadly Blade too.
To the four corners.
Alright, next up. Ooh, we take attrition going around there. Okay, in that case, stay put, and I want to see where Throg goes. Because if it looks like Throg's coming back for his capital, then I might just stay put.